One day, a shepherd was leading his flock across the rolling foothills of Nafarroa. The hillside, a broad swath of green pastures, was an ideal place for his hungry sheep to graze. The shepherd, having forgotten to eat breakfast that morning, couldn't help but feel a pang of envy at the sight of his sheep, who gorged on the sea of grass. As his flock crested a foothill, the shepherd discovered a figure reclining on the hilltop. At once, the shepherd recognized the figure. It was Basandere, the Lady of the Wood. At first, he kept his distance. He had never seen a giant before, but the lady, wiggling a round, sausage-like finger, bade him near. Basandere had been pulling knotted clumps of fur loose with a decorative brush made of gold. At first, the shepherd was transfixed on the brush, which glinted in the sunlight. That is, until something more alluring caught his eye. Set on the grass near the lady's feet was an object of such impressive elegance that the shepherd misstepped and fell into the warm grass. "Pretty, isn't it?" asked Basandere. "My husband brought this to me." Reaching down with a lumpy hand larger than the shepherd's waist, the lady pulled an ornate silver candlestick into the air. Like the brush, the candlestick's intricate metalwork caught the sunlight. But, unlike the brush, the candlestick sparkled like nothing the shepherd had ever seen before. It captivated him, like a distant star on a moonless night. For a moment, it was as if the sun had vanished overhead and the world drew life from its perfected craftsmanship. A growl from his empty stomach jarred the shepherd from his hypnosis. "It's called a candelabra," said Basandere. The shepherd knew he had to have it. Anticipating his desire, the Lady of the Wood withdrew the candelabra, pulling it to her chest. Unperturbed, the shepherd devised a scheme. Maybe he could entice the Lady of the Wood to give it up freely. He steadied himself to his feet, cleared his throat, and began to sing. At first, Basandere did not know how to respond. Standing several heads shorter than her, the thought of a human singing to a giant bemused her. However, there was a quality in his voice that struck to the core of the Lady of the Wood. It carried an undercurrent of sincerity and love that grew on Basandere. Soon, amusement turned to enchantment. Her fingers, though large, were still delicate enough to sense the intricacies of the candelabra's polished surface. The metal was cool under her palms, a refreshing relief from a warm day. She looked from the shepherd to the candlestick and smiled. The shepherd's voice quivered when Basandere presented the candelabra. He reached out with both hands to receive the candlestick. He could feel the heat radiating off Basandere's palm, like warm clay. "Where will you keep it?" she asked. The shepherd had not considered this. Enraptured by the glow of the candelabra, he knew that such a design would not befit as humble a straw hut as his. Doubt crept across his face. Gazing out from the hilltop, he spotted the village, tucked between the green rolling foothills. Like a painting, he thought. At the painting's edge, the steeple of the Catholic Elisa rose from the village like a lighthouse to the lost. It called to him. He knew that only the church could house an object of such supreme brilliance. "The Elisa," he said. "It will be with God." When the shepherd told the lady of the wood he wished to present her husband's gift as an offering to the local church, he did not expect the reaction he received. Basandere's relaxed posture tightened. She stiffened her back, revealing her impressive stature to the shepherd, who backed away. By now, the sun had fallen behind the lady, outlining her broad shoulders in a faint silver glow. Her shadow cut through the radiance of the afternoon light, entrapping the shepherd in darkness. In a voice hard like stone, Basandere demanded he hand over the candelabra. "You will not give it to them," she warned. She took a step toward the shepherd, but he was too quick and scrambled down the hill, candelabra tightly in hand. Heaving, he stole a glance behind him, but to his surprise, the lady of the wood was not in pursuit. She crumpled to the ground like a mound of hay, eyes locked onto him, red with fury and tears. As she shrank into the distance, a voice like thunder shook the ground beneath him. "Basajaun," it said. "Bring me the shepherd."